I open the floor to some questions. Please, if you have questions for our panel here, anybody wants to raise hands? Oh, we have someone on the front row.
From IQAPD Foundation. The question from your last slide, Mr. D. Sharma, like you showed the diagram, on top of that was IP, below that carrier Ethernet, and then other layers, and below that you mentioned a word where I have a question, the optical spectrum. So what that actually means, just for my understanding.
Sure.
For Mr. Bhatt. So I just want to know, in last decade, which two technologies have disrupted the space of space technology the most?
Disrupted the most is reusable rockets. Because it has brought, firstly, reusable rocket is a very difficult rocket, but reusable rocket means you can time and again use that rocket, and you need to see any of the launches of SpaceX and see how this rocket goes up, then comes downward and is controlled. It can even land on a ship. And what it has done is it has brought the cost to 1/5. The intent is to bring the cost further down. Because presently only one stage has been made use of. The other technology which has been there is in communication. That is, Geo was where communication was, satellite communication from. And it has a huge problem of latency. It has become a tower in the sky. And the fear is that it will compete with terrestrial communication. It won't happen immediately, but if the costs do match up, which maybe happens after a decade, here is an alternative means of communication where you may not even require towers in many places.
Thank you.
Two leaders we have the ties. One is our Vadyaji. I want to compliment you for taking India on the world map of the section 45. It was never in any of the hopes in the past which is out there. And to Pradeep ji for taking voice data till today, right from the first national telecom policy. Thank you.
First requirement is that we ourselves should know to manufacture. So 2G, 3G, we lost the race. We did not even invest on developing this technology. I don't say that we were not capable. Somehow nobody thought about it. 2020 we were given this mandate to develop 4G, 5G to Honorable Prime Minister. And believe me, within 2 to 3 years, we have become the 5th country in the world to have its own 4G and 5G. It is already implemented, it is already serving, and the complete pan-India launch is somewhere in Africa. Now related to 5G and IoT, I will not only limit to 5G and IoT, we have a center of innovation where person can register. We will give them space, we will give them internet, we will give them mentorship, we will give them allow all access to our labs, our tools, and if needed, whatever money is required, we will give from our startup fund.
How these tokens will transform, because the key is how, not where. It will have an impact on you. So IoT is a method of collecting data. AI is utilizing that data. Now there are 3 R's that need to be considered by collecting the data. The right data at the right time and with utmost reliability. So these 3 R's, R, that's where there is the loss concern. So if we keep that in mind, we will make sure that we have enough food for thought for the AI to work. Because if you don't have the appropriate food for an organism to live, it will die soon. Similarly, data is the new oil, AI is the creature that's dwelling on it. So first thing we need to do is make sure that we have the right data. How do we do that? Is by having an ecosystem. Again, Salil mentioned about the whole ecosystem of devices, edge devices, to the platforms. All of that has to be owned by someone. It has that Mera Wala group. So every industry has a bespoke requirement. If we are able to get to the situation where these requirements are catered seamlessly in a scalable manner, that is where we get our first step. Then obviously, and if one again just brings upon a couple of more industries, to add what Krishna said, healthcare. Yes, healthcare is one industry, but imagine in humans, you can go to a doctor, you can talk about your symptoms, you can get a medicine. But how about animals? How about plants? You can't talk.